Good morning, YouTube. We have some updates on the CNC situation.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, this is my garage, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience. And if you haven't been paying attention, we've been doing a pretty lengthy series about this crazy stuff that's going down at CNC Motors. There's a lot of allegations, there's a lot of bad things that have been brought up by a lot of people, and it suggests that there's some not so great behavior, but these are all things that I have not been able to provide facts to. So I can't necessarily say these as facts, they're allegations. I will say we have now documented evidence of Shane's experience. And so I kind of wanted to give you guys a conclusion to Shane's experience. And believe it or not, it's actually positive at this point. Shane filmed a video for me, sent it to me last night, and so I'm just gonna let you watch it pretty much unedited. We'll watch that and then discuss afterwards. So here you go.
Hey Dan, and to the fans of Normal Guy Supercar, it's Shane with the 2008 Ferrari F430, and today I'm joined with my wife Shelly.
Hi there.
Oh my goodness, today is a great day. Yesterday was a great day. The conclusion to the saga is
We got the car back.
we got our car back. And Dan, we cannot thank you enough for your effort. You know, it may have seemed like a small thing just to post a video from, a somewhat random fan on YouTube, but this helped us gain the leverage. We were doing what we thought was pretty good, but this guy would just slip by every time. We couldn't get enough pressure. You putting it on your platform made all the difference in the world. And as you know, it actually led to a little bit of a breakthrough in our investigation. I'm trying to locate the car, and from there things started to happen. It connected us to who had the car. He and I were able to have discussions, and then he and I were able to take this situation and leverage the dealership, and then your continued coverage and the involvement of the Normal Guys Supercar fans. The comment section was huge. Sharing the video was huge. It got us our car back.
It did.
Thank you, everybody. This was such an awkward and unexpected situation to be in the middle of. You know, we were pulling our hair out. This has been going on for months. And so I would personally like to ask the fans of Normal Guys Supercar, for the other people who may be tied up in this, or for unsuspecting people about to get involved in a consignment deal, please like and share these videos. And if you are involved in a situation like this, take to social media. It helped. We were putting this on Facebook. We were putting this everywhere. We got our big break when it got some traction, and ultimately that was due to our man Dan. And look at this, there's our car sitting there. And the guy took good care of it. It runs fine. It's in the condition we left it in. I would actually say he probably did a few things to clean it up a little bit. And he's whole, we're whole. I am done with trying to retrieve the car, but I want to continue to echo the efforts and applaud those who helped out, and encourage you to do the same for the people who are still trying to retrieve their cars, monies, or titles, or people who may be getting into a similar situation. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much for committing so much time to this in the past couple weeks. And I look forward to telling you the whole story of what took place over 4 months, and just how involved and intricate this plan was. This was mind-blowing. But as we've learned from you, Dan, making good content and getting your car back is definitely sweet. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you so much.
So that's great to see that Shane got his car back. Honestly, I didn't think it was possible. I did not think that was going to happen. I want to say a few things. Like Shane said, there was one particular individual who was extraordinarily helpful, and they know who they are, and they asked not to be named. So thank you so much. Pretty much some information that you gave us really broke that open and basically got Shane's car back. If I'm ever out in the California area, I owe you a beer. I would absolutely love to do that sometime. I think Shane would probably be willing to do the same thing, which actually brings up another thing. Is I'm contemplating going out to California maybe to meet with some of you who are in this situation. My update from my side of the story is that at this point I've had about 17 people contact me, tell me their story, or fill out my form. So if you're affected by this, go to ngsc.me/CNC, and there you can give me your information, and I will not use it unless you say that I can use it. But a lot of those people, about half of them, I've talked to personally on the phone, heard their stories, and every single time it's just absolutely disheartening. I spent a lot of time on the phone yesterday, just like I've done every single day this week. Every single day this week, I've been on the phone and emails and everything. And I'll tell you, it's this is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life because it is just emotionally draining. I guess I'm almost feeling too much involved or too empathetic to these people, and it's crushing me. Like I just keep putting myself in their shoes and thinking, what would I do if I was them, and how would I feel? And I'm just, man, it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. Megan has to keep reminding me just to take steps back and do take a breather, because like I'm giving this my all. I feel like I have to do everything I can, and I don't even know why. It's really strange because people are like, "Oh, you're doing this to get all the money," and I'm like, like YouTube doesn't pay me crap for this. Like this is nothing. So that's not my motivation. My motivation is genuinely, I'm trying to help people be made whole. I'm genuinely wanting these people to be in a good situation, to not be out a car or a title or money, because if that was me, that's what I would want. So all that being said, all these conversations I've had, I've since now talked to various people, some people from different agencies, some people who are lawyers, and of course, lots and lots of owners. So I think there's a few things if you're one of the people who is owed or in a bad situation with CNC Motors, you have a few actions that you should take. Again, one of them, go fill out the form on my website, ngsc.me/CNC. Another one is, if you have not already, please contact the DMV investigations. You want to talk to Yasmin. Her information is on that form once you fill it out. So a few other things you might consider doing is, if you believe that you're in a situation where you've been defrauded or something illegal has happened, and that's your decision, those require possibly beyond just the DMV, you might consider contacting the Attorney General or the DA of that district, or you may even contact the FBI. Their phone number is 800-CALL-FBI. Those things all might help if you feel like you've been in a fraudulent situation, if you feel like there's illegal activities going on. That's your decision, up to you in your opinion, or certainly if you have facts to back it up, that's things that you can do. Yeah. We'll just go with that, okay? As I mentioned, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. A lot of it I can't talk about. I've been requested not to talk about. A lot of people have contacted me and specifically said I can't tell their stories or their name or their information, so I'm not doing that. I'm holding to my word to them. So unfortunately, I can't use some data and information that I have. I will just say that the more phone calls, the more contacts, the more information I get, in my opinion, the worse the situation is. That's kind of where I'm at, and that's why I'm staying so motivated, is I feel like there's a lot more going on here than I think is on the surface. So again, these are all my opinions. These are not based on anything that I can prove at this point. I can't really say much, if you catch my drift. So yeah, this is nuts. This is not, like, I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm a YouTuber and I run a website. That's literally my job, and I work on cars. So forgive me for these people who have been accusing me of like doing a terrible job of interviewing all this stuff. The funny thing is, like, I'm sure these people have totally interviewed people in these situations before. Like, oh yeah, like, yeah, that's something they do all the time. And it's very easy to criticize other people when you're not knowing the backstory or knowing the full story and knowing some background stuff. There's some stuff that Shane and I worked together on to try and get his car back. So one of those things I guess we can probably talk about now, since he's got his car back, is that we teamed up to kind of play Clay and play into his personality and try and get the car. So if you believed I was too soft in the interview, that was very, very intentional. So the goal of that was to simply give him a platform because we believed it would help Shane's situation. And it did. So our plan worked very well, which makes me think there is one thing left that I can offer to those of you that are in this situation, which is I would like to compile a video of people telling their stories. I think that would be very powerful. So what I'd like to do is lend you my platform as I've lent the platform to Shane. If you want to record yourself telling your story, I will provide it to the public in a reasonably unedited form, but I'm only gonna do this once or twice more. I don't want my channel to become telling the same stories over and over and over. That's not my goal of this channel is not to be like, Dan, investigative journalist.
You do? Got something to hide.
You know, like, no, that's not where we're going with this. This is all about car stuff. So although this is a car stuff situation, that's not where I want to go. So if you have the ability to do so and you would like to do so, please reach out to me and perhaps film something and send it to me in a very high resolution format, such as 1080p, or we can set up like a Zoom call. So those are the options available. Let's get that ball rolling. And I'd like to get that out quickly because I think timeliness is very important right now. So that's where we're at. Obviously some positive updates and some not so positive updates. And the situation is very quickly evolving. So I think a lot of things are gonna come to a head very quickly. Yeah, we will see how this all plays out. I am working as hard as I can to help as many people as I can. Again, like I said, I think there's 17 people now that have contacted me on my form. Well over $2 million at this point. It's about $2.5 million that are owed just from these people, allegedly. That's a lot of money, and that's not a good situation. And as far as I'm aware, there's only 2 or 3 people on that list that have been made whole. So it's not good, very poor odds. That's where we're at least that's the data I have. I don't know if it's all true because I haven't been able to verify it all. Oh yeah, I should probably plug my services because why not? So again, if you want to hire my services to help you buy or sell a supercar, visit normalguysupercar.com. We can work something out. Also, I sell parts for supercars if you happen to own one. I even sell parts for your garage, such as Swiss tracks and these lights. Reach out to me if you have any stuff you want to get. We can work something out. Like I'm trying to find a way to plug it in, and it's just, you know, there's no smooth way to do it in this topic. It's just not a good topic. So we'll be doing lots of car stuff. You're gonna want to stay tuned. It's gonna be sweet.